Hi Aquarius, I hope that you're all doing well. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I don't know if you're helping somebody or you're getting help, but it looks like there's some sort of release that is happening, and like somebody could be helping you do this. You could be actually helping someone also. Can definitely go either way. But it seems like something is going to be made more apparent or like even more real. Like someone may even be getting to the place of like wanting to have a conversation about this or make some sort of statement or finalize a decision or even voice which way that they're going with something. I'm seeing something even look like it's going backwards. Like it even seems like something is being rewound. I'm hearing apart, you and somebody else, you apart from this person, you guys apart from one another. Trying to get a feel for historically what's going on here. For some of you, it even seems like there's a lesson that you're learning. Like, you may be deciding that you'd rather actually let go of something and be on your own than be together with this person. For others of you, you're not going to feel that way. You may actually end up being like, I don't want to complete the cycle with this person. Like, I want another round in some way. I want to get further and, like, get more details as to what this is happening here. There's something very important about like the separation here I'm seeing with the Five of Pentacles, and maybe this is even about getting to a place where rather than feeling this separation and feeling like it's not something that's supposed to be, maybe even getting to a point where rather than this being something misfortunate, it's actually something fortunate. Possibly. Now, I want to get further and see what's going on here. It's spirit that's helping you. Spirit, your spirit guides. Yeah, there's something here about like you're meant to be on your own, because I'm seeing there be this important lesson. I keep getting something about a separation. Like you're meant to be in this space because it feels even like there's something that, if, as I said before, if you're looking at this as like a misfortunate thing, there's something still to learn about this position that you're in. And it even feels like something within like your heart or your mind, your psychology even, I'm hearing, that is going to change about this space that you're in. Because it even seems like something is happening for a very particular like point or reason, and so this is about like even recognizing that. Because if you're so focused on like this isolation or being like, I'm so lonely, or I don't have that person that I have before, because it seems like it's connected to like something that you have felt before, but maybe something that you feel you lost. And maybe this is even about recognizing that, like, although you may have been separated from the physical representation of what this connection was, you still have that connection within yourself, regardless of whether somebody's physical proximity is close, near to you, or far and seemingly like even within the ether, if that makes sense. So as I said before, it's like recognizing that connection that you feel when you are close with someone, it doesn't go away just because somebody physically is not there with you. Because you are able to like obtain that within yourself, it can never be taken away from you, that connection that you feel. And I'm seeing like maybe one person came through like even as a representative of like activating this thing within you. And for some of you, like this person, I'm seeing there be an emphasis on like those of you that don't have this person around anymore. The focus is still that like even without the physical representation of this person, or like talking to them or whatever, like that thing still exists within you. It's just about like even finding the right chord to strike within you. So it's like just because they're not there anymore, just because you don't like have that physical being, that energetically that thing is still contained within you. Like you don't need this person to feel love, because you can feel love without them. Like you don't need them for love, you are love. And it even seems like maybe this is something that you wouldn't recognize if you were with this person. This is reminding me of actually a talk that I listened to by Ram Dass, and it was about being able to like see through the lens of love, no matter who you're with or who you're not with, and being able to like feel that sense of being like in love within any area or moment of your life, regardless of what your interpersonal relationships reflect. And like once you find that state within yourself and it's not dependent on what's going on externally, it doesn't waver. You don't perceive it to waver, because it doesn't actually waver. It's all just your perception. This is becoming very meta. I'm hearing a Glass Animals reference. Glass Animals is a band. Why keep it around if it's not doing anything for you? I'm seeing spirit like pull you out of this space that doesn't feel good to be in, and it's like, why are we like waiting around sitting in this space? This is giving you like being in a cage and being like, I can't get out of here. And it's like, if you go up to the door and you just push it open, like it's not locked, you can get out, but you may be convincing yourself that you're trapped in there, but you need to go up to the door and push it open, and you'll see that like you don't have to stay in that space. But if you're not trying, you're gonna stay like even locked within that space. But it's all this mental thing that's happening. And I'm seeing spirit even like point it out to you. It's like this only exists like maybe even in your head, through your like lens of perception. It even seems like this thing that you experienced like with this person, it was meant to like ignite and elicit this thing for you, and not meant to feel like something was given to you and then taken away, because nothing can be taken away from you. And I'm seeing this be like very specific to the mind frame that you're in. It's like whatever lack mentality this is, or you feeling ineffective, or like this helplessness that you're feeling, I'm seeing you be like, why am I sitting in this space? It's not doing anything for me. Like, why would I just put myself here when it doesn't feel good to be here? And it's like even this moment of realization where you're like, I'd rather have unity than separation. And maybe even connecting and realizing that we don't need like a specific particular like archetype of relationship to feel that sense of unity, because it's like a coming together even of you with yourself. So maybe this is even about establishing this connection between like your masculine and your feminine energy, rather than relying on your external relationships to represent that for you. Because when we're seeking that within our external relationships, it's usually something that we're working out internally, right? Because it's all a reflection. So maybe this is even about you, like, finding this other part of yourself and bringing it together so everything becomes whole. It's like not finding your other half within another person. It's like finding your other half within you here. With the focus and the goal being unity and harmony. Yeah, I'm seeing this really interesting thing. This feels like a lot of this is happening like within the astral realm. I'm seeing it be like, so you're living your life and you come into contact with this person. So it's like you're seeing this 3D representation play out that you're actively participating in. That is just this example or this representation of what you're supposed to be doing internally. So it's like this thing came through, to like elicit this response for you to be like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to be doing internally, like that's what I'm meant to be connecting with, like here with myself. So it's like you were given this like active model, this example within your physical reality to tell you like what you were meant to be doing internally, if that makes sense. So it's even like through this example that was modeled for you within your physical world, it then tells you what to do internally. This mirrored process that's happening, this exchange. I'm seeing this be a very, very big lesson of like you and other people that you identify very closely with, that you feel this sense of unity with, to have like the Two of Cups and also the Lovers here, like touching corners with one another, with like Saturn being the common thread between the two of these. It feels very much like understanding this sense of unity with us and those around us, and even like seeing through the illusion of this separateness, and rather seeing like everything as one and seeing others as one, and all being connected with us, all just being like different reflections of us from different perspectives and all of that. I'm seeing something that you may still be feeling a bit at odds with though. There's like some sort of incongruence here that I'm seeing. It's like maybe some sort of like controversial view that's coming into focus for you, and you're like, I don't know if I want to accept that or not. I need to sleep on it. I need to think on it. I'm hearing something that you're retiring from. Maybe retiring, like stepping back out of the space of putting a pause on something. So there's a notion here of acceptance and even picking out what you were meant to learn from this thing. because there may have been something that happened and you were thinking like the lesson was one thing and it was actually something else. And I'm seeing there be a notion of like maybe even realizing what you were meant to take from this experience that you had. Because before, if you were like, oh, like this is happening to me, I have no control over it, like the universe isn't supporting me, all of this stuff, it's like you were missing the whole point of what was supposed to be like gathered here within this experience. And like all of us go through that, right? Where in a way we feel like a victim to like the circumstances that we're in and all of that, until we can like elevate our perspective, until we raise our frequency. And I'm seeing like spirit directly come through and help you out like with a relationship, even to find one that is balanced for you. The thing is that like if the relationship that you had been in, like when you came into contact with this person, if things naturally, innately were like a balance that was like meant to be worked out, meaning like you had a natural sense of balance and also you had two willing participants. If that had happened, things would not have fallen apart in the ways that they did. It fell apart because it was not meant to be. So it was meant to last for as long as it did. And it even seems like this is a lesson that Spirit's helping you out when it comes to you and the people that you connect with, and also like your expectations and your standards, and this sense of balance, this sense of equal give and take with people, and to not stick around, even if it was not your choice, and say like this person is the one that left. This was all meant to teach you, like, why are you compromising on your values when somebody is not like living up to your expectations, when someone's not treating you with like common decency and respect, when someone's not like seeing you for you, or like valuing you for the way that you believe you should be valued, and walking away from anything that like isn't that sense of equality that you're looking for. And I'm seeing you like even receiving this message. So as I said before, like whether like you walked away and that was like your own constitution, I'm hearing, or the other person did, the separation is here, and it's very blatant, because that's what we're looking at here. And this was all meant to teach you, no matter how it went down, because how it went down doesn't matter. What matters is that the separation was meant to teach you to not compromise on your values, to see yourself as valuable, and to like uphold those standards, and to create and manifest when it comes to your life and how you're living it in a way that you feel so fantastic on your own. You feel independent. You don't feel like you need to rely on anybody else. You don't feel like you have to compromise. Create your life in that way, so that the only time you are going to allow somebody to come through and have the privilege of being part of your life is when they are going to add to it even more, to make it even more amazing than it already is. So I'm seeing you like halfway, even ready to leave something, but there's stuff that's still holding you back. And it seems like until this lesson has fully sunk in, until we've been willing to accept this and complete this, you're still going to be in a space where you feel at odds. Because you're still in a space where there's a lack of acceptance, and you being like, no, something went wrong, or like this wasn't supposed to happen in this way, whatever it is for you. Even this sense of like overindulgence or codependency, where it's like, even if they don't treat me right, if they're telling me that they love me, I'm gonna stick around, you know? I'm even seeing a notion of you like collecting yourself or regrouping in some sort of way. Having the strength to hear what has been made very clear, like what your guides have been telling you all along. I'm looking at Saturn, Taurus, Gemini. Remember, all of us have Saturn, Taurus, and Gemini within our charts. We all have Venus, we all have Mercury, we all have a second house, we all have a third house. So I'm seeing it be this notion where it's like, so things have been laid out in a way that they've been expressed clearly to you. Are you in a space where you are receptive to hearing that? Or do we not want to digest it? What do you want to do with that? Because I'm even seeing you being like handed this clarity or handed this epiphany or handed this truth, and it's like, do you want to open your hands and take it, or are you not ready yet? And it's not going to go away either. It's like, if you don't want to take it now, you don't have to. We'll be waiting. So like when you're ready for it, it's going to be there for you. We're not going anywhere. Getting an interesting thought with the Magician here. It even seems like this is connected with like what you're manifesting and even the direction that you are processing things in. Like, there's this saying that intention determines karma, and I'm seeing it be this, but related to what you're manifesting. So like if you're manifesting with the intention of there being like abundance and the things that you want, like that are connected with your highest good to manifest, if you are believing in that and exercising your autonomy and your independent manifestations and making things happen, it's about like being patient, sticking to them, and like watching what comes from these things that you are creating, these things that you are willing to happen. I'm hearing soul proprietor. I'm also hearing soul investor. So it even seems like you stepping up and being like, I don't need to be like partnered with anybody. I don't need anyone else to help me with this. I can do this on my own. And watching what comes from that. Like even being able to see your own power through the execution of it. And taking your time with it, transmuting the energy. Doing things the right way. When it comes to the stuff that you're manifesting, I'm seeing some like pretty big things that are on their way through. It's just about being patient enough and sticking with it long enough to actually be able to see the outcome of these things. Because it looks like the only thing that's going to interfere with your manifestations is your ability or inability to be patient and to transmute the energy. I'm looking at Mercury and Sag here. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.